Erling Haaland returns to Manchester City and tells his title rivals, "We are coming." Erling Haaland has returned to action for Manchester City with the dire warning that the world has yet to see the best of what he has to offer. He also gave notice to the title contenders that City is coming and pointed to the team spirit and Pep Guardiola's planning as catalysts for their title-winning exploits. Despite the torrent of goals and a slew of individual accolades that accompany Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League treble medals, the 23-year-old Norwegian warned there was more to come. That's a scary thought for defenders in the Premier League. In his first season at the Etihad Stadium, Haaland scored 36 goals in 35 league matches to win the Golden Boot, and also scored a further 16 goals in other competitions to finish with 52 goals in 53 matches. Until injury sidelined him for 10 games before Wednesday night's return to the bench in 19 minutes into the second half in a 3-1 win over Burnley, Haaland had scored 14 league goals in 2023-24 and 5 more. In the group stage of the Champions League. Despite the long absence, he is still on his way to winning the Golden Boot for the second time in a row at home and in Europe. He is now rested, refreshed and excited to go after more trophies with the triple winners. "There are a lot of things I still have to improve," Haaland said. "When you play a lot of matches it is difficult to practice specific things. I want to become a better player for the team. I want to be more solid with the team, perform in the biggest games and repeat the things we did last season." Haaland is fully settled at City and insists he has everything he needs to continue developing his immense talent. "When I arrived, I just wanted to join the team as quickly as possible, get to know the people, get to know the whole club, how they play and do things, but the big picture was to win the Champions League," he said. "Since the first day I arrived, I have enjoyed the atmosphere in the dressing room and the City Football Academy. It is a place I want to come to and it is an environment I want to be in. I think you can see that on the pitch. You can feel the energy and positivity. I really enjoyed it from the moment the first. I've been watching the Premier League ever since I can remember, but the level of the Premier League is probably better than I expected. You feel it more after the matches. There are more duels, there are more runs, more running, more physicality. Last season was amazing. We had won the league the last 2 years, so there was a lot of pressure there. We were barely in first place. I didn't want to come and not win the Premier League. People would say, 'You've come and ruined everything.' Winning the treble was unreal. It took me months to digest last season because it was long and there were a lot of games. It was also my first season. We got back into preseason very quickly. It was only 2 weeks off and then we went again, but this it is. Now we are more and more focused and we are coming." These are ominous words for the opposition across England and Europe. Haaland faltered in a 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa on December 6. During his 10-match absence, City won 9 matches and tied 1. He also watched his teammates become Club World Cup champions, adding that European Super Cup title and treble in the most memorable season any club has seen in the history of the game. Now City are back in the hunt for a repeat, sitting second in the Premier League and safely through to the last 16 of the FA Cup and Champions League. Haaland knows that City has the right man and the best personalities by his side in his quest for more titles. "Look at what Pep has done since he came to England," Haaland said in a conversation with the club's official podcast. "People doubted him when he arrived. Look at the awards and records broken since he arrived. In the big moments he has the experience and the tactics. We know that everyone follows the plan and that's when you get confidence that you will achieve what you want to achieve on the pitch. We know we have the individuals and the collective unity to execute the plans. Our press was unreal in the Champions League last season. The teams didn't know what to do. This is what we are capable of doing and this is what we have to do this season as well. It is a team sport and the team must perform for the individual to shine. To win trophies the whole team must perform well, not just the strikers. You need match winners everywhere. Look at Ederson in the Champions League final against Inter Milan. It's the little things that make you a treble winner. It's the team spirit and togetherness that comes into play and that's also what Pep did here, focusing on the team being together. I don't know if my attitude towards the importance of the team has surprised people or not, but I'm just being myself. That's the most important thing. Be yourself, don't try to be something or someone else. Just be the best version of yourself, and that's where you can be. That's a good thing. At City, we are an amazing group of players and people. That's two different things. The first is the players. We are the best team in the world, but there is also the human side of these players, and we get along well. If you work together, you play better together.